Welcome to Magician's Messy Magic Room. I've told you I was going to do a trick on Magnetic Express. Well, let me just tell you a few things. This is what you get in the mail. I waited 3 weeks. I ordered some stuff. The other trick that I came with this order, animate it and restore. I don't like the way they present it. I don't like the way it's designed. I'm going to redesign it. So I didn't waste my $35 on that one because I got an idea to make it better and more presentable than one guy sitting there laughing and saying, holy crap, look how'd you do that in these video stupid things. I want it to work in real life. This, my friend, is not going to work in real life. Now, several years ago, 8, 9 years ago, maybe a little less than that, I ran across a site, SOMFV3, and ran into a gentleman named Michael Bowden. Very great innovator of magic. I respect him highly. He is a genius, making all kinds of magic. Okay? He has created stuff like box jumper, priority prediction, key fly, clear view to glass, on the rise again, his own version of Miser's Dream, Matrix, many, compatible. I got a whole list. I do quite a bit of his magic because it's respectable and it's easy to present it close up and people on top of you. Kudos to you, Mr. Bowden. No disrespect to you. But because of him, I saw him and some of his stuff over on Hocus Pocus, so I said, okay, let me see what kind of stuff they got. So I made an order. The animated and restored, like I probably just said, I'm working on trying to make it a better, presentable way of doing it under scrutiny of people close up. But this here takes the cake. This here, I spent $35, and this is the only one that didn't come in the mail with the rest of the stuff. It was on back order. And I went, oh shit. Didn't know it. I called them next week. Well, it took me 3 weeks. The anticipation of having a magnetic deck of cards and every night just thinking of all the routines that I'm going to create with this and everything. And I went to the mail. I saw this. And I go, yay. Because I was just about ready to call them again. And I went, yay. Now I'm excited. So I go into my messy magic room. And I open it up. I had it open before. Things don't open up that easy when you get them in the mail. And you receive this. A deck of cards and instructions. That's it. That's all the instructions you get. No recordings, no go to some channel and learn some other tricks with it, no nothing. Just this and this deck of cards, half a deck of cards. You get 27 cards in here for $35. 27 cards, not even a full deck. Okay, this is a child's toy. This is a toy that the beginners are going to get and it's going to go in their magic junk drawer. As well as I, after all the years of magic, got stuck with this is going into the junk drawer. Now let me proceed to read. This is also what was on the advertisement that I was reading before I purchased it. Because I was looking for a magnetic deck of cards. The magnetic card is a renewal of an old classical trick. There it is in black and white, what it says, okay? The magnetic card is a renewal of an old classical trick. While the old version of the trick, both hands are used, and the new one, only one hand is needed, and it's quick and easy. This trick, with a special pack of cards, can be performed in a micro magic show. Yeah, people ain't too close. Or at the stage conjuring trick. Probably get away with it on stage. The pack kept in your left hand is transformed instantly into a standing ribbon. The magician, after arranging back the cards in the pack, shuffles them and let them fall one by one in the top hat. There's a reason why they tell you to put it in a top hat instead of just on the table. Proving that the cards are independent one of another. The card handling is easy. The trick can be required in a short time. And now this is the last sentence that I should have read in this ad. And this should have been on top. But if they put this on top, they would have never sold many of these. And here's the sentence. The trick has nothing to do neither with a magnet or a thin plastic fiber, nor with any chemicals. Boom! All my excitement got blown away. The disgusting disappearance of a lot of magic routines I was going to create with this, just blown away for $35. Now I'm going to blame myself on the back order. I didn't catch it. They could have been on back order. I don't know. I didn't say it's on back order because I don't order back order stuff. Well, it took me 3 weeks to get this with anticipation that I was getting me a nice magnetic deck of cards. Wrong. Not even a full deck of cards. It's only 27 freaking cards. Can't even do no other trick with this. If any of you guys have this or worked with it, came up with some other new things you could do with it, I'd appreciate a comment. Or message me. Okay? So these cards are individually come apart. Okay? They're not stuck, not magnetized, not strings. And then you will be able to take your cards and drop them on the fucking floor and go like this. This is, sorry for my language, but now I'm getting pissed off. This is like my 20th take on this, and I'm not going to do another take. I practice this and practice this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And they say practice, practice, practice. Now let me see if this will happen again. Okay, now I got it right. But I just wanted to show you the downfall of it. And what the failure of my first move wasn't because of lack of practice. Trust me. It happens with a lot of stuff. And then you could just go and do the same thing. And yeah, you could clumsily shuffle. But they don't tell you after you shuffle, there's another thing you got to know to perform it all over again. Again, excuse me for that one language, but this is my 20th tape, and I ain't doing it again. So let me tell you about this ripoff. It's not magnetic, it's not strings, it's not this, not. And as you saw, I went and did 20 tapes on this, and between each tapes, I did it, and it works, and it works, and it works, and it works. I get talking, I try to do a couple times, and you have a failure. You will have a failure with this. I'm going to be professional and not expose how this is designed, because I feel that is not right. But I tell you now, I give this a 1. This, my friend, is going to be in my junk drawer for $35 till whenever. I don't think I will present this to anyone. Because when they say, they're going to say it's magnetic. And if you entertain people like I do, I like to, and I know, don't go chasing rabbits down the hole and everything, but I like to prove myself. And the only way you can do that is do a deck switch. Now, if you think it's cool to say, hey, look, I made a ribbon out of cards, it'd be good for a closure of a magic show. Because you can't do nothing else with it unless you do a deck switch. Anyway. So, and it'll probably be on stage. You wouldn't want a close-up on this. Because the angles and the way it's designed can be detected real good. Which brings me to the fact is when you guys met me and I joined your groups, I was adamant about when you guys said this trick and that trick, and I said, oh, I built mine. Or I built the Dean's box, and boy, did I get a ripping on that one. I stole this and I stole that, and I did. I'm not making them to sell, okay? You might got on me about thievery, but this is why I spent many years studying body languages and catching different magic things that's going on and knowing I can make that if I like it, or hey, I know how it works, but I'll buy it because I like it. I think it's going to be good. Okay? But this cheap crap, and oh, talk about cheap. These friggin' Chinese magic. How did this all happen here in America? You know how it happened? I don't buy Chinese magic. But you know how it happened? Some of these magic shops, they get a protocol on the magic gimmick or whatever. They send it over to China and get it made real cheap. They bring it back here and sell it to us. A little expensive or expensive. And they leave the protocol with the Chinese people. And then they make stuff for themselves and they sell it real cheap. So it's you, the cheap magicians in the business of selling magic, sending this stuff to China to have them built and be brought back here and sell us this stuff. It's you guys that brought the Chinese magic into our industrial work of magic. Okay? But I'll tell you, every one of you magicians, your back chair quarterbacks and magicians and everything else, you know who you all are. You sit back and you like to discriminate and judge other magicians. As soon as they say they made something, you're quick to jump up and say, oh, you stole it, you stole it. But nobody talks about how these shops rip us off. I haven't bought anything from Sans Mine, but a lot of people don't talk nice of Sans Mine. And they sell expensive stuff that are not worth it, and quite expensive stuff that are cheap. Okay? But I think if I spent 40 years studying and learning and observing magic, I think I should have the right to be able to duplicate it than being ripped off by magic shops with overpriced stuff. I finding myself not to be professional with this deck. I'm so upset with this stupid thing. Okay? Yes, it's stupid. Big deal. So you hang a ribbon, because you had to magnetize, done and over with. Okay? I didn't buy it just to perform a ribbon. I thought it was a magnetic deck of cards. As the sales went on, and I know I'm rambling on, but I'm pretty upset. I give this a 1. Okay? A 1. Because I never performed this. Only what you saw here. And like I said, I've done it many times in a row. I do it on camera, and I have an accident that happens here. And then I got to redo my camera and try to make this thing look perfect. And it's not. So, if you buy this trick, beware. There's going to be a time that you do the ribbon. It just might fall apart on you. And I don't care how many times you do it in a row. There's going to be that time where it means the most to demonstrate a nice routine, and it's going to fail. Again, and let's get back to me building my own stuff when I figure it out. I say to you all, is the magic police going to come to my little secret dungeon here, a magician's magic room, and raid my place and take everything I made? I don't think so. I feel I'm a quite honest person, and I will get very vengeance-fied as when they sell this cheap stuff on the market. And if it was back in the day when you first met me, I would have exposed how this works, but I'm trying to be professional, and I'm not going to expose it. But I'm going to tell you all, don't invest in it, because it will wind up in your magic junk drawer. Thank you.